There are some insane, and I do mean insane, new trends when it comes to Hot Toys 6-scale collectibles. There are figures now hitting wait lists just being a few months out. And you have to wonder, does this... Of course, right on target. The Hot Toys Wizard! At least I think, anyway. Let's pick it up. Hello, Wizard. Why do you sound like the Space Pimp? Yes, I did meet the Space Pimp and his family this week. It was awesome, baby. You're saying that that wasn't the Space Pimp. You're saying that that was you, the Hot Toys Wizard. Well, I thought I was the Hot Toys Wizard. Oh, no. Now I am the Dark Jedi. Yes, I did. I did hear about... Yeah, I did talk about that with the Space Pimp. No, I didn't hear about that. I do got some news on a 100th Jack Sparrow I'm going to talk about in here. We're going to talk about the InArt Joker versus the Hot Toys Joker. We're going to do that as well. Hey, Wizard, do you... Well, I don't know if this was the Wizard, the Space Pimp, the Dark Jedi. Who the heck knows? But listen, baby. We've got so much to discuss here on this show. You've got figures like the 40th anniversary already. Figures that are getting low stock warnings. What does that mean for some of the other 40th anniversary Return of the Jedi figures that are about to come out? Same thing with Commander Fox. That's also getting a low stock warning. What is going on with this for sure? I've got some thoughts on the Rooted Hair Hot Toys Joker. We're going to dive into that within this episode also. Do I got news on a Jack Sparrow? Well, I've got Wizard Juice right here, baby. Let's go ahead and dive into all of this right now. Alright, and welcome everyone to another episode of Aries Tarrington's Drunk on Coffee, right here at 6-Scale Cantina. And listen, baby, please go ahead and smash that like button. I so do very much appreciate your support. And hey, while you're at it, why not also go ahead and subscribe to 6-Scale Cantina? Thank you so much again for your support. Listen, I'm so drunk on coffee this week. It was such an awesome week. I'm kind of all out of coffee, baby. There's no more coffee left to brew until tomorrow. I'm on Wizard Juice, which means I may have some thoughts or some news or some clairvoyance into the future on some possible, crazy, shocking drops from Howard Chan and Hot Toys. And let me ask you something, baby. What you gonna do when Howard Chan and Hot Toys unleash a 100th Jack Sparrow on you? You know, there is a 20th anniversary also of the Pirates of the Caribbean as well this year. And you have to wonder, is it possible that we could be getting a Jack Sparrow? Not necessarily from the two other movies that, you know, they put out Jack Sparrow from in the past. but from even the first one, The Curse of the Black Pearl. And I say, yes. I really do. Hold on to your heads, hold on to your hats when it comes to some of this stuff right here. Pirates of the Caribbean. First of all, this Jack Sparrow, whether it's the DX06 with the full sculpted hair, or this DX15 that you're looking at here, which has some sculpted hair and some of it, regular hair, they hold up today. Like, you could argue that that this is still, out of everything that Hot Toys has come out with, any company has come out with, you could still argue that this may be the greatest head sculpt of all time. I mean, it is that good when you take a look at whether it's the DX06 or the DX15. And the figure is just unbelievable. And this is the DX15 right here. And I'm just going through some of these pictures. But just like we're getting a brand new and all new DX Heath Ledger Joker, you have to ask yourself, does this mean we're about to get another DX? Not Darth Maul, although I'm ready for another one, but a DX Jack Sparrow. And as I mentioned, with a couple of anniversaries that could pertain for Jack Sparrow here, this could absolutely be on the docket. And when I look, and I'm going to try and grab it while I'm recording here, and I'll blow up my screen. But when I go ahead, and let's put it on that picture there, and look into my crystal ball right here, do I see a Jack Sparrow from Hot Toys? You have to wonder. Anyway, putting the crystal ball, aka BB-8, without his head down, let me tell you something, baby. This, I really think you need to buckle up for another Jack Sparrow. Would they do it with rooted hair? And I say yes. I think they do it with both. I think just like the new DX Joker, you would have the option of getting rooted hair and the option of getting sculpted hair. Now, they may number the rooted hair one, and they may just not give you a number on the sculpted hair one. So listen very carefully. Listen very, very carefully, because when you talk about this rooted hair Joker, very reasonably, using common sense, you can assume that because this is 4,000 pieces, or whatever it is, and the rooted hair does not have that number, that they are exceeding 4,000 pieces with rooted hair for this particular figure. And I'm going to pull it up here. It's a safe assumption. It's a valid assumption. But you do have to ask yourself, is it 100% lock that they will be making more of the sculpted hair than the rooted hair? And I say, no, it is not. And with the rooted hair version, they may want to sell. Look at that. I mean, this is just so insane. We're going to get into right in a second. Just make sure you smash that like button. Which one, the Dark Jedi, is better here? Is the Hot Toys version better or the InArt version better? And look, I'm going to give it to you straight up, baby. Straight up. Without any politics. Without anything. I've never had the InArt people on my show. I've never had the Hot Toys people on my show. I'm just going to give it to you straight up. I don't got a Hot Toys version, and I don't got an InArt version. I'm going to give it to you straight up, but hold that thought. Hold that thought. And it could be 4,000 pieces. Hey, they want to go ahead and make sure they sell this rooted hair version, putting in some hype, putting in some urgency. But I'll be honest with you. I'm not convinced by any way, shape, or form that there's going to be more than 4,000 of the sculpted hair. As a matter of fact, I dare say there actually may be less. There actually may be less. You have got figures right now that are hitting waitlist well before they come out. And not only between the 6 and 8 month time span that they're usually up before they get a low stock warning or hit waitlist, which we've been seeing now for quite a bit. But now we're starting to see trends where just in a few months, these are starting to get low stock warnings. And we're going to dive into that next. But let's talk about first. Which one is better here? The Hot Toys version or the InArt version? And I could safely tell you that using everything that I've got, you really can't tell. Honestly, folks, you really are not good. It is potato. It's Heath Ledger woke up one morning on set and he looked like this. And then he woke up, next week on a different morning, cutting a different scene, a different part of that scene and looked like the InArt version. And I'm going to tell you right now, because of politics and because of people's desire, people that spent over $1,000 on all the stuff for the InArt version, most of them are going to say that one's better. I mean, it's just human nature. And then people that buy the Hot Toys one are going to say that one. Shoot, you got people saying the old DX ones are better. But honestly, I honestly don't think you can tell which one is better. Now, when this comes out, you're going to be able to put it side by side, and some channel creators are going to give you their opinion. Some collectors are going to give you their opinion. But I'm telling you, it is so close that I really couldn't tell you. It's going to be a preference on what company you want. I really think it's going to boil more down to that. Look, I'm just being real with you. I think if you got the InArt version, you've scored. Why in the world do you need this version if you got the InArt version? I don't think you could tell. I mean, just being honest. But if you don't got the InArt version and you get this version, you can't tell me, playing devil's advocate, that the InArt one's better. I think it's just a wash. I really think it's a wash. And that leads me to this. Hot Toys, any company, whether it's InArt and I think there's going to be other companies that are coming out that are going to do some amazing things. a lot of collectors are going to lean towards Hot Toys because Hot Toys has a reputation of being able to make 6-scale action figures for a long, long time. And I think for a lot of these companies coming out, it's going to behoove them to not make figures where they share the same license with someone like Hot Toys, but maybe make figures that where Hot Toys doesn't have a license, like Lord of the Rings. Like, for instance, I really want to get those InArt Lord of the Ring figure lines that they're coming out with. Hot Toys doesn't put them out. Can you imagine if InArt or some other company does InArt or Hot Toys level head sculpts and they do Battlestar Galactica reimagined and from the 70s? Can you even imagine that? And I don't care what company puts it out, I'm getting that. And if Hot Toys doesn't put that out, I'm going to buy those figures. And I'm hoping we get that because Hot Toys doesn't have every license. Nor do I think that they're going to have any desire to get every license. And that would be great. But when you start putting out the same figures, same license, the same characters, it's really just going to be a company preference at that point. That's what I really, really think. When it comes to Lord of the Rings, for instance, it's just you're going to buy it because the other company doesn't put it out. That's my take on this. That's my take on this here. But make no mistake about it, this figure is incredible. And if anybody can really tell you right now that the InArt is better without actually seeing this being out, I don't really think that you can do that. Hot Toys, everything, and this looks incredible. If they're able to make this even better than this, which a lot of their final look productions have been even better lately, I think it's going to be a wash, to be completely honest with you. I really, really do. I really, really do. Anyway, let's now segue. Why do I've got this Return of the Jedi Vader up on here on the banner? This came out May 4th. It's not, you know, this came out before May 4th, Aries. It's no longer May 4th. It came out a few weeks before. So it came out in April. Well, why do you have this up? It's not April anymore. May, June, July, now August. Jeez, look what I do that. May, June, July. Just a few months ago. Why am I talking about this again? I know a lot of us are excited about it. A lot of us want to get it. But I'm going to pull this up on the screen and give you some clarity here. And I broke this news on my Facebook group. If you don't follow 6-Scale Cantina here on Facebook, all you got to do, besides believe, is just go into the video description, see the social media to Facebook, and you can join for free. I got the link in there. If you don't follow me on IG, on Instagram, you may want to do that as well. I put a lot of cool stuff up on there. You know, I mentioned in the beginning of the show that I actually met Jay from Brother Cousins and his family. My family met his family this past week. And if you want to see some pictures of that and all that, just follow me on Instagram. Stuff that I don't put out on here. Again, just go into the video description, follow me on social media if you don't. I put a lot of stuff up on there, actually. But anyway, let me go ahead and share this. And when you take a look at some of these, it's very interesting right now what's almost gone. Especially the last two rows. That Darth Vader, one of the versions, has a low stock warning. Commander Fox has a low stock warning. Of course, that deluxe Batman now, that's going to go real quick. But the Christian Bale, that just came out a couple months ago. Almost gone. And that Transformer Black Panther, which is really freaking awesome, almost gone. And you have to wonder, Is this a sign that they may even be producing even less than what they have been doing, like with the Electro that's on waitlist, or the Doc Ock that's on waitlist, or the Andrew Garfield that's on waitlist, or the Purge Trooper, or the DX Ahsoka, or the DX 24 and 25 Luke that's on waitlist? And I say, yes. I think we're getting even lower now. People were anticipating, whoa, what about even more? When's it going to go back up again? And I'll be completely honest with you. When I look into my crystal ball and I look to see if the production's going to increase in the future, I don't see it, baby. As in a matter of fact, I think with some of these figures that are exclusives, or that they number 3,000, 4,000, is it possible that some of these other figures, even some of the ones you see up on here, there's not even 4,000 of them? And I say yes. You can't convince me they're doing 10, 20,000 of all these releases. It's not even... You can't. You can't. I mean, this is I mean, let's look at some of these. Let's pull up Fox. And there's only one version of Fox. And this is Clone Commander Fox. Unbelievable. Low stock remaining. Wow. And it's not exactly a slobber knocker price. It's not going to knock you out. This is just $225. Look at me saying just $225. That's so much money. But comparably, it's just $225 for a trooper. This day and age, not bad. Clone Commander Fox, low stock. Low stock, ladies and gentlemen. And I'm going to pull up. Let's go to that Christian Bale one. With this Armory. And low stock. And yeah, I'm getting this. But, low stock. Wow. I don't even know what to say. Let's go to the Vader, because it's not both versions. And I know that there's two versions of that. Let's go to Vader. Because certainly a lot of interest on Darth Vader Return of the Jedi. But let's pull this up. The collector edition for $300. Low stock remaining. I did get the full head sculpt, and wow, and there's a low stock remaining. That is insane. Let me blow this up so it's in your face. That just came out. The deluxe, not yet. But you have to ask yourself if the deluxe is not far behind. And this seems to be hitting waitlist way quicker. Way quicker than the DX28. I'm just being honest with you. And you have to ask yourself, what does this mean for the C-3PO and Salacious Crumb figure? And what about when they do come out with more Return of the Jedi 40th figures? Can we wait 6 to 8 months, like with the Attack of the Clones, Waves 1 and Wave 2? Or is it going to continually get to be a smaller and smaller window? Because you're starting to see, and especially this year, so much of this, just 1,500, just 300, just 2,000 or 4,000 or 3,000 of this. And I dare say that may be a little bit more across the board than what we are being told. Sure, maybe it's 10,000. It is real interesting. Pause for some wizard juice. You are watching Drunk on Coffee. I am so drunk on coffee. You know, I met Brother Cousins and his family. Like I said, I spilled so much. Now I have to sober up with wizard juice. That's where I get all this fabulous insight. Cheers. And quite honestly, you have to wonder if this kind of stuff opens the door for more and more figures that only require 1,500 pieces, 3,000 pieces, 4,000, 5,000 pieces. And what do I mean by that? Well, if you follow my banners and if you follow my show, and I'm going to be very frank with you here. Unpopular belief that we were going to get the Flash with the Ezra Miller with the alternate suit because the movie did so bad with the hair. And what was I saying? You're going to get him as well. And already they're teasing that, Hot Toys. Already they're teasing that. Is it possible that the Hot Toys wizard is also correct about a Christopher Reeves Superman? Is it possible that the Hot Toys wizard is right about a George Reeves Superman? Is it possible the Hot Toys wizard is right not about a Bush Leia, which we'll eventually get, but an Endor Forest long-haired Leia with rooted hair? And I say, you may want to consider joining the channel. This will be episode 2 of Wizard's Crystal Ball, a brand new series for Cantina Insiders. What's a Cantina Insider? It's somebody who joins my channel here, 6 Scale Cantina. Honestly, it's really cheap and there's not any of that tier stuff. It's just one price, and it's cheaper than a dozen eggs right now in this economy in most places. Honestly. And this one's coming out here in just a few days. Are we going to get a George Reeves Superman? Just like we're going to be getting an alternate suit Flash with the long-haired version? Are we going to be getting another Christopher Reeves? I mean, would they be able to sell enough Christopher Reeves and George Reeves to match yet another Gal Gadot Wonder Woman with the rooted hair? I mean, could they muster 1,500 George Reeves? Would enough people want to do that? How many passes would it be? How about a Leia? How about yet another Leia? How about a Leia with rooted hair? Could you even imagine if they attempt to do that braid? Which I know some of you are going to say, or it's not going to be possible. But I'm telling you right now, in the Wizard's crystal ball, does the Wizard see this already? From Hot Toys? Can actually see it? Breaking news. We have this new artisan, whatever they call it. This wool hair technology, and they're going to blow us out of the water. I think we've just seen the tip of the darn iceberg with the Joker. The tip of the iceberg with that Gal Gadot Wonder Woman. The tip of the iceberg. The tip of the iceberg with that Anakin Skywalker. The tip of the iceberg. Maybe we'll get a Rush figure. Wouldn't that be great? Would you like a figure of Neil Peart? You know what I'm talking about. Anyway. Subscribe to the channel if you want episode 2 of the Wizard's Crystal Ball. I'll be giving you some insight as to why this George Reeves, this Christopher Reeves, this Carrie Fisher with long hair, they're all coming. You don't want to miss this, baby. go ahead and click on the join button, see everything that it comes with. And you want to maybe consider doing that. Look, it opens the door. Look at that Loki in the... these low figures, they don't have to make that many. The other Lokis that they just came out with, the President Loki, the other one with just the shirt and the tie, whatever they call that, they waitlisted well before they come out. And I was trying to pull up an image on the screen, but I'm not able to get it. But the Loki in the throne is what I wanted to show you. So, does this mean that they would actually make a Vader and the throne? You know, Vader from the Obi-Wan series where he was talking to Reva. Or even a Vader in the Bacta tank when he had the full Hayden Christensen head sculpt. What was that? In episode 2, they ended episode 2 with that, or started episode 3, whatever it was. I'll have to go back and watch the Obi-Wan series. But yes, and again, they're able to use a lot of the same R&D for that Vader, and to put that out would absolutely be something. If they're going to come out with Loki in the throne, you can bet your bottom dollar that Vader in the throne is 100% a lock. It doesn't matter how many Lokis are up on pre-order, how many Spider-Mans are up on pre-order, how many Vaders are up on pre-order, how many Lukes are up on pre-order, how many Armors are up on pre-order. Well, it didn't even sell out. Well, you're getting another Armor. They gave you another heavy infantry Mandalorian, and they're giving you another Armor. Will they be giving you another Bo-Katan? And that was already teased with the rooted hair. Will they be giving you another Casca Reeves? No way, Aries. She's a one. Why? They could give you Casca Reeves with rooted hair. Even rolling eyes function. And there's another one. Are they really not going to do that? They just gave you the Armor and the heavy infantry Mandalorian. Some people in the community think you're not even going to get a Mandalorian from the Mandalorian Season 3. The Wizard's crystal ball shows you are. And, hey, I'm just going to say, a lot of times Coast Baby is a little bit of like Wizard juice for Hot Toys. And you saw that they just gave you a Mando and Grogu with an N1. Is that a sign from Howard? Make no mistake about it. The stuff that he showed you the last couple of weeks is just the tip of the iceberg with some of the things that they are going to blow us away here with. I'm telling you right now. I'm telling you right now. And part of the reason is because they don't have to produce as many. So when you're seeing a lot of these exclusives and they're labeling it as exclusives, I'm not sure. I'm not sure that there's more than 4,000 Cobb Vans when you want to relate that to the rooted hair Joker. I'm not convinced that there's more than 4,000 Third Sisters compared to the rooted hair Joker. You can't convince me that they're even selling that many. How many of the Fourth Sister are they going to sell? How about the Fifth Brother? You can't even get rid of Commander Fox. It really, 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 really opens the door. And if you were wondering about going back to Star Wars, will we be getting another use of the Billy D. Williams head sculpt? You have to ask yourself, will you not only get Lando Skiff from the Return of the Jedi 40th, but could you get General Lando Calrissian as well? And I say, yes. Why couldn't you? You just had the ATV, whatever, the MTO suit with the white shirt and Loki, and you just had President Loki. Why couldn't you have General Lando? And Skiff Lando? And I get the old wisdom, well, because they couldn't sell 5,000 or 10,000 of each one of them. Well, no kidding. They're not going to sell 10,000 or 5,000 of Loki on the throne either. But they'll go ahead and sell a few thousand or a couple of thousand. And ladies and gentlemen, that is my point. It's a whole new world. And when you look at this banner here, insane new trends. Speak to more collectability. Gosh, if that Vader goes now, or it could be even more. Look what's going on. It could be more rare than a lot of the grails in the secondary market. I mean, and you're seeing some of the stuff with which, you know, and I could give you a little bit of a taste as we get ready for the next market chart show. Stay tuned right over here. For that. But there's some. I mean, I'll pull this up. Here's Moon Knight, and this is on waitlist, and already has 19 bids from a U.S. seller, and is already up to $265, not including the $19 in shipping, not including taxes. This TMS 075. When these hit waitlist before they come out, it is a complete 180-degree turn. It is absolutely so interesting. So interesting to see. I mean, figures that look at this crosshair from another great seller. And look at here, Hawkware's now 1,724. He's going to be a 2,000 feedback. But the most important thing is all 100% positive. I still got to open up my Chrome Mando Deluxe with the Pedro Pascal head sculpt from Ray. I also just got from him a Fennec Shand. So I'm looking forward to opening those up. I've got quite a few figures, actually. But shout out there to Hawk Wars Toys. Does a great job. Double boxes as item stands behind it. But look at this. Well, this is a far cry than selling the white or black suit Black Widow for $129. It's a difference. Can you imagine if that Vader or Fox just go out now after a few months? What are they going to go for? And forget about Ahsoka with the Ahsoka series coming. That is a sleeper. I will tell you, and there's so much more on here. And you want to talk about, here's a Reeves Superman that doesn't come with the art box and doesn't come with the shipping box or the art box. And it still went for $404.99. Another great seller with 1,271 feedback. All 100% positive, not including the $5 in shipping, not including taxes. Are you kidding me? Now, this is gorgeous. The Superman is gorgeous. Looks a lot like the one that I have. But when you're not coming with the shipping box, forget about that. The art box. And it's still going for this price? You talk about putting up a new one? And anyway, a little bit of a tease. Make sure that you're ready for the market chart show this weekend. Please go ahead and smash that like button. I so do appreciate your support. Don't forget to subscribe. You do have that Insiders coming out here in a couple days. Wizards Crystal Ball, episode 2. We got more Insiders, tons of crazy fracking unboxings. That's what we call it. Crazy fracking unboxings. You don't want to miss those. High resolution pictures, split screen, my reaction, plus high resolution pictures on those unboxings, all for members. 6 scale raw. 6 scale raw this coming Monday, 8:15 p.m. Eastern. Don't forget that. Remember, I don't always spill coffee or buy spotchka out, but when I do, I do it right here at 6 Scale Cantina. Stay thirsty, my friends.
Thank you.